For some of you viewers that view my videos on my channel, you guys will notice that I didn't do a preview for the Liverpool game. Well, that was last week, or a match reaction. Well, off the bat, the Liverpool game against Manchester United was postponed for a numerous of reasons. Which was funny because not to go in most of my daily business, but I actually moved last week, and the day I moved was the day I usually do previews for the Premier League matches for Manchester United. So I didn't have the well, I had some time, but I didn't have the energy to put out content for you guys. So I had to take some rest because I'm in a new situation right now. So the videos are going to continue, but this video is not going to be a long one. I just want to get into some Manchester United news for you guys. Unfortunately, I can't watch the Chelsea match against Madrid because my TV is not up to par as yet. Still settling in slowly but surely. Which was funny because last week Manchester United was supposed to play Liverpool, and I don't know if God was watching me. Well, I know God is watching me, but I don't know if He was. He knew that I was moving because God knows everything. He's omnipresent and omniscient. But it's like He said to me, He said, you know what, since you're moving next week, which was last week, I'm going to postpone the match because I know you're not going to do a preview for the Liverpool versus Manchester United match. So since you're going to move, you need your rest so that you can perform at your best when doing these video podcasts. I'm going to postpone the match so you can watch the game when you're settling into your new environment. So I guess that was the arrangement with God. So I guess I have to give God the blessing and the praise. So this video is not going to be a lengthy one. I just want to get in some no I've been behind the eighth ball because I didn't have another thing I should have said. I didn't have internet access last week from Friday up until yesterday. So I couldn't do any. Well, I could record content, but I couldn't put it out on YouTube because I didn't have any internet access. So one of the things I found out during my hiatus of no internet access, I got access to the news that the Glazers, of course, the Glazers has been under fire, has been under scrutiny, has been under jeopardy. It said that some Manchester United fans actually came into the stadium not to watch football, because again the game was postponed, but they came to protest. They came to protest against the Glazers. Well, some knuckleheads was playing football on the Old Trafford pitch, and they couldn't play football. They were just knocking the ball. But that is going to send, for better or for worse, it's going to send and it's going to send a sign to the Glazers that basically they're going to know that they're messing up. They're going to know that they're messing up. So that is going to. It says here that if the price is right, the Glazers could sell Manchester United. Bro, the Glazers has been at Manchester United since 2005, since George Best died. It's been a while now. You guys need to leave at the first attempt. You guys are killing Manchester United. Okay, you guys are killing Manchester United. We are not seeing any progress. We have a football director of football right now. Yes, not the upper class, but what I would call the upper room of Manchester United. That's the CEOs, director of football, persons that know football are appointed as of late, but we need to remove the person that is in charge of the club, that is the Glazers. They need to leave for our benefit. Because yes, I did a video in terms of how the conflict theory correlates to fans protesting against club owners. I'm going to leave the link in the right, in the right, see I'm getting rusty, in the right or the left corner. So go and check it out. Yeah, I was basically saying how Because, see, not to get lengthy, because I want this video to be short, but I was saying that at any given club, whether it's the fans, the football players or the owners, understand that the fans is not on the first priority in terms of beneficiary or benefits towards the club owners. The club owners is going to, not to get lengthy, they're going to do what is best for them first. That is number one. They're going to do what is best for them first. Secondly, they're going to do what is best for the players, because the players need to be paid on a weekly basis. So that's secondly. And thirdly, in the pyramid, the funds is on the third priority. So primarily it's not the funds, although the funds is the main scope of the club, because they're the one that supports the club. But in terms of priority for the owners, the funds is like third in the pecking order, is me. So they're not going to have an equal say so in terms of priority as others. So that is the first piece in it. So it says here that if the price is right, the Glazers could sell Manchester United. No, I believe that the United should have been so long ago, but I guess it's coming sooner eventually. So the first Jose, not to go into other troops or camps, but it said that Jose Mourinho has been appointed as manager for Roma. Have this. Today is Wednesday, so I'm going to be doing a preview for tomorrow's game. So yeah, I didn't want this video to just be solely and specifically about latest United news, but I'm going to be doing a preview for the Roma versus Manchester United game for the second leg. So you guys stick out for that one. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, it makes sense to just do one video instead of just cutting it off and doing the preview. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I was saying that Mourinho has been appointed as Roma's new manager for next season and continuing. So yeah, that is how things are looking. And speaking of Italy, Inter Milan has been appointed champions of Serie A. Now, some persons have been saying, not to get lengthy and in other people's countries or camps, but it's been said that Manchester United is looking stupid because Manchester United was a club that sold Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez, Matteo Darmian, Ashley Young. Yes, we're the club that sold those type of players. But do you know, if you're very objective enough, you know that the Premier League is not it's not on the same it's not on the same wave hold on. It's not on the same wavelength as Serie A in terms of aggression, in terms of competition, in terms of intensity. It is not the same reality. It's not on the same not on the same equal playing field. You have Zlatan that's mastering in the Serie A. So if you have a 40-year-old Zlatan that is mastering, if not being good in the Serie A, do you think that it has the same competitive nature as the Premier League? Do you really? So I'm not disparaging or distorting Lukaku and etc. for winning the league with Inter Milan, but it's a different playground, bro. It's not the same wavelength. Matteo Darmian, he's not suited for the Premier. We have seen that at Manchester United. He's not suited for the Premier League. It's too fast for him. Sanchez lost his legs in 2018. Is me. So he had to leave. Ashley Young lost his legs in 2012, but he adapted his game into being into being a fullback. Yeah. So yes, he still had decent games, but he was still dead wood. And Lukaku, which I wouldn't really say is deadwood, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't see his game plan with Romelu Lukaku, so he had to sell him. So I don't think it's based on Lukaku. Yeah, I think it's based on Lukaku wanting to leave, but also Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't see Lukaku as the main man to lead him forward. On first glance, Lukaku, no, not Romelu Lukaku. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted a fluid front three. So he didn't want Romelu Lukaku to get most of his goal because that's not what his game plan was about. He didn't want that to be his game plan. You see me? So that's why Fellaini got sold in in January of 2019, because that is not the type of game Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted at Manchester United. You see me? So Fellaini left, Lukaku left, and other players leading up until today. They have left the club because that's not the players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I was about to say Sergio Ramos. What is Sergio Ramos doing with Manchester United? Matter of fact, Real Madrid is playing right now, so I have to go check out that match. Though I can't watch it much, but I have to be in tune with what's going on. So, yeah. So yes, they have won the league with Inter Milan, but it's not the same in terms of it's not. So the league is slower than the Premier League, bro. So of course they're going to have time to build up to be at their best, if you want to call it that. But it's not the same as the Premier League, bro. Yes, they have won the league, and that's good. But it's not really done in a Manchester United. Yes, Lukaku, persons might say, oh, Lukaku, is basically proving Manchester United wrong for selling him. No, we did the best thing because Lukaku wasn't performing. He wasn't performing. So he had to be sold. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't want him to begin with, so he had to be sold. Another thing before I get into the preview. Bingo. Okay, let us get into the preview. Now, of course, it's not going to be a big preview because we did most of our work in the first leg, so we have one leg in the final after the first leg. I know it's in the it's the second leg. Now we have to put our second leg into the final. So that's what's up. Again, Roma. We know that Roma has been poor in the Serie A, and when you're poor in the Serie A, that tells you a lot, because if you have clubs that is allowing, Inter Milan to win the not to win the Premier League, but to win the Italian league, like Juventus. Juventus has been way off the mark, and it's a slow league. That tells you a lot about the state of Roma as a club, or as the most of the players, because the players are not as good as we thought at first sight. Is me. Yes, they have Pellegrini, who is their captain, who is decent, but we allowed them to look good when they took the lead last week. Is me. So, considering that we have a big advantage for the second leg, this is the second leg preview for the Manchester United match. Again, you guys leave your predictions down below in the comment section. Your starting 11s in prediction in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. My thing is this, in regards to the second leg. Yes, we're in the driver's seat, but we shouldn't give up control in the driving seat. We shouldn't be complacent. We should be confident, but we shouldn't be complacent. We shouldn't be lethargic. We shouldn't be in a coasting type of deal. We should be on our P's and Q's. We should be on our toes. It's me. We have to be alarmed, because we have seen sides, whether it was they took the lead by a long lead, like for example PSG against Barcelona in I think it was the round of 16 or the quarterfinal in 2016-2017. Yeah, PSG basically battered Barcelona in their backyard, but when PSG went in Barca's backyard, they got trashed as well. This is me. So we should not be complacent in terms of the second leg. We should not underestimate Roma. Yes, they're not a trash. They're average, but they have decent players that can actually cause harm. Edin Dzeko, I just mentioned one. Pellegrini, Mkhitaryan can do a job. Chris Smalling gave us a penalty last week, so shout out to you, Chris Smalling. Always a Manchester United player. Always in our hearts, not really. You're a good Samaritan. Shout out to you. So thanks for the penalty. So yeah, we have players that can do. No, in terms of my starting level, yes, we shouldn't be complacent, but I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to start a lot of key players into the second. Yes, some key players, because we need to stay on our P's and Q's, but we should not. Hold on. We should not start our main men. Most of them actually. So my starting 11 is this: David De Gea, Aaron Bissaka, um, Lindelof, Harry Maguire. My mind is telling me to start Alex. Last time when I was doing a preview for the I think it was the first leg for Manchester United. No, not the first leg. I think it was against, yeah, it was the second leg in the AC Milan. When I was in the preview, so that's for the second leg in EuroLeague for AC Milan. You notice that I said certain players that should be starting. They actually started. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer watched my preview for the second leg against AC Milan and said, "So you see, you don't want David here to start, huh? You don't want Victor Lindelof to not Victor Lindelof. You didn't want Twan Seaby to start, huh? You didn't want Alex Tays to start, huh? you didn't want Daniel James to start, huh? And all those players that I didn't want to start, they actually started. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been watching. Oh, by the way, like and subscribe to the channel, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Leave your comments down below the comment section. Make sure you say go through tomorrow. So yeah, back to resuming my starting level for tomorrow's game. So in defense, I left back notifications. Just to finish up things. You know what? I'm going for the kill. I'm going for the kill. I'm going to start Luke Shaw tomorrow. Joe, we have no. It's not being timid or being conscious, but we cannot give up any. Okay, I'm gonna start Alex Tays tomorrow. So that is David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof. I think Twancy might start tomorrow. Watch out Twancy will go start tomorrow. Always happen. I think Victor Lindelof is gonna start. Harry Maguire is definitely going to start. And Alex Tays. Yeah, Alex Tays. In the midfield, which is kind of tricky, Fred is going to start. Again, this is where I think I'm going to be very wrong, but I'm going to give my prediction. Is because prediction is not all about being right all the time. So, at this time, I'm going to say probably Scott McTominay go play in the midfield, which he has been very poor last week. So that's the double pivot of Scott McTominay and Fred. So it's going to be a Mac-Fred pivot. In terms of course, the number 10 is Bruno Fernandes. That's a given. In terms of the wingers that's bombing forward, is Mason going to start? He might start, but do I think he's going to start? I know he's going to play, but man, I'm kind of tongue twisted right now. But on the left wing, I think Rashford is going to start. I don't think Pogba is going to start this game. Of course, you guys know what. Leave your predictions down below. I don't want Daniel James to be anywhere near the starting 11, to be honest, because nah, bro, this is a football competition, not a 100-meter sprint. But I think I would like Ahmed Diallo to start tomorrow on the right hand side. Yeah. And of course, as a striker, not that we have a lot of options to begin with, but Edison Cavani, which matter of fact was voted as our best player in April for scoring 5 goals. Yeah, he got 5 goals, but what was he our best player though? Because my thing is this: if you remove the service that Cavani was given, would he score those 5 goals? Someone was supplying him, weren't they? Someone was supplying him goals. So, if you remove the service, would Cavani still be player of the month? That's probably me being specific and pedantic, but I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to think out loud. But anyway, yeah. So Cavani is starting as a striker. Yeah, he's starting as a striker for tomorrow. My prediction: 2-0, 2-0 tomorrow. I think that's more than enough to put us in the final. Well, we're in the final already, but I think that's more of a edge to put us in the final. So that's my prediction and my starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's game. Of course, leave your prediction and starting 11 down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll shout you guys to. I might do. You know what? I'm not going to be doing a match reaction, but I'm going to be doing a brief match reaction when I'm doing a preview for the next Manchester United match in the Premier League. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be doing it. So I'm not going to be doing it tomorrow. But until then, I'll show it to you guys in the next video podcast. Hopefully we're in the final already. But I hope we don't have one of those tornado moments where things go for the worse and go 180 degrees and we lost the semi-finals based on aggregate. Let's not make that bet, isn't it? So yeah, let us just go through like a blue Subaru and see ourselves in the EuroLeague final. Yeah, that's my prediction, and I'll show it to you guys in the next video podcast. Peace.